In 2025, Universal Studios is going to open Epic Universe, and this park is going to be opening with 4 brand new roller coasters. And in this video, I'm going to be showing and taking a look at all 4 of these brand new rides. And this first coaster we're going to be taking a look at is by far one of the most unique roller coasters I have ever seen. This ride is going to be placed in the Super Nintendo World area of Epic Universe. And if you didn't know, Super Nintendo World is split up into 2 separate parts. The first part you enter through the classic green pipe in the portal in Celestial Park brings you to the main area. But there's a second entrance to another park, Donkey Kong Country. And Donkey Kong Country is exactly where this new coaster is going in Super Nintendo World. This ride is going to be called Minecart Madness, placed in the back of Donkey Kong Country. And the reason this coaster is so unique is because it's a boom coaster. And the reason it's called that is because the ride vehicle that you will be sitting in and riding this ride in is set up on a boom arm connected to a set of wheels under you. And specifically on Minecart Madness, you'll be sitting above 2 sets of tracks. The real track that the ride runs on, which is connected to the boom arm, and an artificial track which you'll be above. Having this type of coaster allowed Universal to give the effect that you'll be jumping from track to track. There are parts of this ride where there'll be no track under you for a second, such as what's being shown on screen right now, or even parts where you'll be going directly above water. And personally, this is one of the coasters I'm most excited for. My only concern with this ride would be if there's going to be a rattle, depending on what the weight balance is on each car. And also the capacity, as the trains are really small. You can only have 4 riders per car. I'm not 100% sure how many trains this ride is going to be running though, so we'll just have to wait and see. But other than that, this ride is completely unique and looks fantastic and is a great addition that I'm really happy Universal added. The next coaster to take a look at is being placed in the Dark Universe area of Epic Universe. Dark Universe's theme is going to be centered around those old Universal monsters such as Dracula, Frankenstein, and the one monster that this coaster is themed to, the werewolf. Which is exactly where this coaster gets its name from, the Curse of the Werewolf. Curse of the Werewolf is going to be a mock family spinning coaster that features 2 LSM launches, 1 rolling launch, and then a swing launch in the middle of the ride. Now, I don't have too much to say on this ride. It's a family spinning coaster. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun though. And I'm really excited to see if there is going to be a werewolf in the shed where the swing launch is like it shows in the video. But now moving to the part of Epic Universe I'm most excited for, How to Train Your Dragon, the Isle of Berk. And in this land, you're going to be able to find Hiccup's Wing Gliders, the Intamin family launch coaster. This coaster is going to feature a dual loading station, so as you can see the switch track which the train is going over right there, it's going to switch so one train can dispatch out of one side of the station at a time. Which with the dual loading station, it should feel like you're spending no time at all in the queue line. This ride will also feature 2 LSM launches, the first launch featuring a show section of the ride where something I guess will happen in the little shed that it's entering right now, and then it'll launch you. And the second one, which kind of looks like it could be a swing launch, I don't know if this was just part of testing when they were doing it, if it's going to be a straight rolling launch or if they're actually going to make it roll back for a second before launching you again. Something I find really cool about this ride is when you're going through it, you're going to be going around the Isle of Berk in these little wing glider trains, which look really good by the way. And you're also going to be getting really close to the water, and I think from what I've seen that there are water jets in the water to give that effect that it's spraying up as you skim across the water. And for a family coaster, this ride does look like it's going to have some pretty good speed to it. And while I am really excited for this coaster, this is definitely not the coaster I'm most excited for, which is the next one we're going to be taking a look at. Moving on to the biggest, the longest coaster on this list, the star attraction of Epic Universe, Stardust Racers. Featuring a track length of 5,000 feet, a top speed of 62 miles per hour or 99 kilometers per hour, and a max height of 133 feet, these 2 dueling coasters are definitely going to be for the enthusiasts that come to this park. These 2 racing coasters look like they're going to be fantastic. They're both going to have 2 launches, but lots of airtime from the looks of it, and both featuring one inversion, the big part of this ride, the Celestial Spin. This ride will have 2 sides for you to load from. You can load from the left side or the right side, or as I'm going to call them, the yellow track and the green track. The first launch will take place under the station, and once you launch, you're going to head up into a top hat element or airtime hill, whatever you want to call it, going into a non-inverted dive loop, which puts you into some more airtime hills, all while both trains are crossing over and under each other most of this time until you get beside the station. You're going to have a couple more airtime hills, and then you're going to dive down going right past the other train. Both trains will loop back around, the yellow track going over the station while the other train comes around the side, and line back up with each other and hit the second launch. After both trains get up to speed and reach the end of the launch, they're both going to rise up into the celestial spin. The green track will roll over doing a 0G roll, passing over the yellow track, and on the way back down, the yellow track will roll down over the green track. Which to me and to everyone else, I'm pretty sure this looks like it's going to be one of the best elements on the rides, especially if you're racing against your friends on the other train. You're going to go over some overbank curves, drop down and into some twisted airtime hills, and then you're just going to loop around, have another high bank turn into a high 5 element, and then hit the final brake run. And all I have to say about this ride is it looks amazing. Now, do I think this ride is going to compete with Velocicoaster? I don't know. I haven't been on Velocicoaster, and obviously no one has been on Stardust Racers. So I'm really excited to find out when I go next year to get on Velocicoaster and Stardust Racers to see how these two coasters compare to one another. But not only am I excited for Stardust Racers, Velocicoaster, Hagrid's, I am excited for every single ride in Epic Universe in general. This park looks amazing. I'm really excited to get down there. Even the Wizarding World area, there is no roller coaster, but they have been hyping up the flat ride that they have in that area. So how that's going to turn out, I don't know, but I can't wait to see it. But that is going to bring us to the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed making this, talking about these brand new coasters coming into Epic Universe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.